Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a post-match reaction, post-match review of Celtic's courageous, brave, battling 0-0 draw yesterday against Atalanta in Game 3 of the Champions League. A very well-earned point, well-deserved point, puts us on 4 points after 3 games. Keeps us in that 9 to 24 bracket, which would give us a playoff two-legged game to get into the knockout phase, last 16. Video going to include some stats, more on player ratings, my thoughts regarding the players, the key incidents, and a wee look forward to the rest of the campaign. Before we do crack on with the actual video, please do, if you are new to the channel, not yet subscribed, please do click that subscriber button. Keep the numbers pushing up and up towards 1,100. It always makes me so happy when a new subscriber subscribes to the channel, and also makes me so sad if someone chooses to unsubscribe. Do click the like button if you do like the video, and do feel free to pop your thoughts, comments, opinions into the comment section regarding Celtic's performance yesterday, the tactics, the lineup, who you thought played well, what you think regarding the ratings I've given each player, and any other Celtic thoughts and issues of the moment. Celtic set up in their usual 4-3-3, but it was very much different tactics from usual. I think given the fact that Cameron Carter-Vickers was out injured, the team pretty much picked itself. The only real debate was whether to go with Ida up front or Kyogo, and I think given the way that Celtic set themselves up in the first half, Ida was the better choice. He did in theory allow us to have an out ball, did allow us obviously to clear the ball long from defence, did allow Kasper Schmeichel to kick the ball up to the halfway line to try and release some of the pressure on the defence, and so I think that was a very sensible way to play. Alsa Johnston seemed to be assigned to just stay as a defender, not really to break forward. Alex Farley did have a wee bit of a more free-ranging role and did get into midfield and the final third in the second half, although it was all hands to the pump in the first half. Callum McGregor set up quite a lot deeper than usual. Rio Hatate, Arnie Engels also tracked back a lot as well, although both did try to break forward. Dijsselmeyer was his usual self, up and down the left wing, in defence, in midfield, in attack, all over the place, tons of energy, tons of commitment, working incredibly hard. Nicholas Kuhn did seem to be set up a wee bit deeper than normal, mostly hanging about the halfway line, which did allow him on occasion to break into the opposition half, but did allow him to battle in midfield to support the other four, and did allow him to track back to support Alsa Johnston and the right side of defence, and so I think that worked well. Kasper Schmeichel made several very good saves, particularly the save from the header after the corner kick. Atalanta hit the bar with a header and then hit the rebound over the bar. Also, Kasper Schmeichel made a very good save from a very hard hit left-footed shot from the edge of the box through a ruck of players. Got down very well to block the ball with his legs and then hold on to it. Several nice saves in the second half. And all in all, very good performance by Kasper Schmeichel, very good performance by the whole of the defence, very good performance, I think, by the whole of the midfield, and hard work from the wide players and the strikers. In the first half, we did a couple of times break into the Atalanta box. Nicholas Kuhn did have a great run down the right-hand side, broke into the box, but got rather outnumbered and outmanned, the ball going for a corner. Dijsselmeyer a couple of times did get in behind the Atalanta defence on the left. Nice crosses into the box, but there was no one really there apart from Ida to finish it. So both of those came to naught, and probably Celtic's closest they got in the first half was Arne Engels and a well hit shot from the edge of the box, which was well saved by the Atalanta goalkeeper. And the first half was a wee bit frantic, but overall very good defence by all of the Celtic team, and a very good performance by Kasper Schmeichel, probably his best performance for Celtic so far. Second half, Atalanta came out with a lot of fire and aggression and attack again. It kind of kept going for 15-20 minutes, Celtic defending very deep. We did have a nice shot by Alex Valley that was tipped over the bar, but otherwise we weren't really much of an attacking threat. Atalanta then made a series of substitutions, throwing on new wide players, new strikers, new midfielders, but actually, as things got deeper into the game, they seemed to get a bit more disorganised, a bit more frantic, a bit more desperate, and although it was rather nervy at the end, the last 20-25 minutes, I don't think Celtic were going to concede a goal. I think they had got Atalanta well worked out. I think they had got themselves very well organised, very well set up by Rodgers and the coaches, and I think all the players deserve tons of credit for the energy, the commitment, and the mental concentration and the stamina and endurance they showed yesterday evening. A wee bit nervy in the final few minutes of added time. Atalanta did have a couple of free kicks near the box, but neither came to anything, and with one of the last attacks of the game, Atalanta headed the ball well over the bar. Second half, apart from the Alex Valley long shot, the other couple of chances we had were with Kyogo, who I thought had a good game coming on as a sub. He had a shot in the box which was well saved by the goalkeeper, although it turned out he was offside, although it didn't look like that on first viewing. And later in the half, brilliant ball by Luis Palma over the top. Kyogo chose to take it on the volley when probably he should have taken the ball down and got a good touch on it before shooting. However, he chose to take it on the volley and the ball cleared the bar by a good distance. 4 points after 3 games, 4 points out of 9 points. Great start to the campaign. I think we've had our 2 most difficult games so far in the away games against Atalanta and Borussia Dortmund. We've got 4 points. Our goal difference is -2, which could be a factor later in the campaign. However, we are well on track for the 10 or 11 points it's thought would give a team a place in the big league of 36 in the 9 to 24 bracket, which is after all what Rodgers has set as his target for this Champions League campaign. Overall, the response and assessments from all the various experts and pundits and journalists and fan sites has been that Celtic got a well-deserved, hard-fought point, that they defended very well organised. Lots of praise from James McFadden on BBC Radio Scotland. Praise also from Martin Keown, saying that their performance was as good as Arsenal's was a few weeks ago in the first game of the Champions League, when they also got a draw against Atalanta in Bergamo 0-0. And it does leave us in 20th place with 4 points, and so nicely inside that 9 to 24 bracket. Looking at the stats, it shows how well Celtic defended, and also shows how well Celtic combated Atalanta's very attacking tactics. And overall, the stats very much support how well Celtic defended. So Atalanta had 66% of the possession, Celtic 34, Atalanta 22 shots, Celtic just the 4. On target, 6 by Atalanta, 2 by Celtic. 12 off targets by Atalanta, 2 off targets by Celtic. Celtic blocked 4 shots by Atalanta. Celtic had no shots blocked. Kasper Schmeichel made 6 saves to their goalie's 2. touches in the box were 54 to Atalanta, 6 to Celtic, and corners 7 to Atalanta and 4 to Celtic. So actually, looking at these stats, they're actually quite reminiscent of the stats that Aberdeen put up against us at the weekend, where we had the lion's share of the possession, the lion's share of the touches in the box, the lion's share of the shots at goal, but they defended very well. Their goalkeeper had a good game, saving lots of shots blocked, and the defence forcing them to hit the ball off target. So well done Celtic, well done Rodgers, well done the coaches, well done everybody involved. Looking at my own personal subjective ratings for the players, I've given Kasper Schmeichel 8.5, several good saves, marshalled the defence very well, good at clearing his box, good at getting Celtic's defence cleared, so well done Kasper Schmeichel. 8 for Alistair Johnston and 7.5 for Alex Valley. Thought both of them defended very, very well, particularly Alistair Johnston. He nearly ran himself off his legs towards the end of the game, but rarely did he get beaten on the outside. He and Kuhn teamed up very well to block much of Atalanta's attacks down the left-hand side. He was in the box several times to clear the ball, several times to make vital tactics, and so 8 for Alistair Johnson, 7.5 for Alex Valley. I think this was probably also his best game for Celtic so far, defended very, very well, got himself forward in the second half, a few times got involved in attacking moves, and did have a very good shot at goal, which was one of Celtic's best chances for the game. I've given 8.5 for both Liam Scales and Austin Trusty, and I've given Austin Trusty man of the match. I think it's a toss-up between Schmeichel, Trusty and Scales for man of the match, and I was particularly impressed with how well Austin Trusty is doing, slightly out of position. He and Johnson formed a good partnership on the right-hand side. Trusty shows that his extra height is very useful for Celtic defending in the box, and also he is a good strong tackler, and I thought he and Scales formed a very good partnership, and I think part of the reason that Trusty's had one or two wee difficulties fitting in is simply setting up a new partnership with a new defender, and also the fact that Trusty is playing on the right side of the defence when for his whole career he's played left centre-back or left-back as his two main positions. So great game, I thought, by Liam Scales, defending very well. Only once would I really have put him at fault, and then when he gave away a silly free kick near the box, just as added time started. That was pretty much the only mistake Scales made. 8.5 for Liam Scales, given 7.5 for Callum McGregor, 7 for Rio Hatate, and 6.5 for Arnie Engels. Thought Arnie Engels, after quite a bright start to the game, including getting that shot that nearly scored, he kind of faded away, wasn't really much of a threat, wasn't quite so constructive in midfield, did do a good battling job defending. Rio Hatate, much like Arnie Engels, started well, started brightly, battled very hard in the first half, did fade a wee bit away in the second half. Callum McGregor, good captain's game, not quite at his best, but did a great job in front of the back four, good job linking the play, good job being a calm influence. 7.5 for Callum McGregor, given 7.5 for Nicholas Kuhn, 7 for Dyson Maida, and 7 for Adam Ida. I thought all three worked incredibly hard, particularly impressed by Nicholas Kuhn doing so much work in midfield and tracking back to help at right back. He did have a great chance for Celtic in the first half with that brilliant run down in the right wing. However, did kind of get lost in the box. Dyson Maida, not really quite at his best, but so much hard work. Similar for Adam Ida, wasn't really a goal threat, didn't really get himself into the box, did defend very well, a good couple of heady clearances, helps out for corners, free kicks, etc. into the box. Dyson Maida, tons of energy up and down the wing, a couple of crosses, which could have been taken up had anybody else got into the box. So 7 for Dyson Maida. 5 subs rather, I thought all did a grand job. Given 6.5 for Luke McCowan. He looked kind of a wee bit lost. I think that was probably the role he was given by Rodgers, was to try and be that wee bit more forward thinking. However, he didn't really seem to fit in, and I didn't really see very much that Luke McCowan did after he came on. I've given 7 for Luis Palma, 7 for Kyogo, 7 for James Forrest, 7 for Paulo Bernardo. I think all 4 came on, fitted in perfectly into the way that we were playing. Kyogo, a couple of times, did look a bit of a threat in the box, possibly had Celtic's best chance when he volleyed the ball over the bar. Luis Palma, I think, worked very, very hard, tracked back a lot, lots of nice tackling, battling midfield. Brilliant ball to Kyogo that nearly set up a goal late in the match. A few nice runs down the wing, and some good work in the final third. So 7 for Luis Palma. Paulo Bernardo came in, fitted into the midfield, gave a bit more energy that Rio Hatate had been fading away with. 7 for him. James Forrest, I thought, great job from him. Wasn't very much in terms of going forward, but worked so hard in midfield and covered back at right back for a few minutes when Alistair Johnson was off getting treatment for cramp. Do feel free to pop into the comment section if you think any of those ratings were a bit high, a bit low, or near enough right. And always happy to hear debate, other opinions, and sharing opinions and views is great. Finally, as said, Celtic now lie 20th in the table of 36, so certainly still in that bracket to get into the playoffs for the last 16. 4 points after 3 games. Good position to be in, and I think it's probably 1 point better than most of us thought we would be after 3 games. Looking at our future opponents, Red Bull Leipzig, who we play next at Celtic Park, currently lie 31st, no points. They lost 1-0 at home to Liverpool. I thought they actually looked a good side, good in attack in midfield especially. They do seem to have a very good goalkeeper as well. However, they have lost 3 games out of 3, and so maybe lacking a wee bit of confidence when they come to Celtic. And also, given the fact there are 3 games played, no points, 3 defeats, they probably will have to come out and play more attackingly than they usually would, and so that may open up Celtic to have a bit more space to attack into. We've got Bruges also at home. They're on 3 points, lying 26th. Young Boys Bern, who we play late on, there is no points again, having conceded a very late goal to lie 35th. Dinamo Zagreb had a very impressive 2-0 away win. They're on to 4 points like Celtic. They're lying 22nd, so 2 places beneath us. And our final game will be against Aston Villa away from home. Aston Villa currently lying top of the League of 36, 9 points, a perfect record. And they and Liverpool are sitting top of the table with 3 wins out of 3. Could well be by the time that we come to play Aston Villa away from home that they've already guaranteed a top 8 place, which may be in Celtic's favour. Although, given the fact that we have yet to play the team lying 31st, 26th, 35th, and 22nd in 4 of our next 5 games, maybe also is very much in our favour for reaching that 10-point or more likely 11-point threshold. So Celtic will be having our rest day and then getting back into training in preparation for Sunday's game against Motherwell. We'll be doing a preview of the Motherwell match probably on Saturday, and I'm exploring a couple of different options for a video on Friday. So that finishes things off for today. Just a wee reminder, encouragement, if you are new to the channel, not yet subscribed, please do click that subscriber button. It does make me so happy when a new subscriber joins the channel. If you do like the video, please do click that like button. It does help with YouTube analytics to spread the video to more and more Celtic fans and football fans. And comment section, as always, open for pleasant, polite debating points, thoughts, opinions, etc. on the game, on the ratings, your own assessments of the players and tactics, and any other Celtic issues. And so until the next video, goodbye and hail, hail.